G'day everybody, Brian from Prime Cuts Lawn Care here in Yass, New South Wales, Australia. Thanks for joining. I do apologise for not many mowing videos of late. I've been doing a lot of catching up and it's just a time thing. So sorry about that. Thank you everyone for watching. I do appreciate it. It's Thursday afternoon. Not too sure what date it is, but it's getting very dry, and I'm putting a few customers off and deferring them. Hopefully we're going to get a bit of rain this afternoon or tonight and tomorrow, which would be very welcome. I'll show you my back lawn soon and you'll see how dry it's got. Out in the country or in the bush, a lot of people don't water their lawns like they would maybe in a metropolitan area. Water's scarce and precious, and a lot of the times they'll just put it through their drippers onto their, let's call it, permanent plantings, and I do that onto my roses and that sort of stuff. So there's still things going on, but it's just most probably on a monthly cycle. If we get an inch of rain over this next couple of days, that'll spark things up next week. But it's no use going on to a dry, crispy lawn, because you'll just rip it up and it'll be worse later on. So I've got the two little bobcats out. I have had let's call it an issue, but it's not an issue. But I did have the hydros done on my new little bobcat a little while ago, and they were screaming. So I thought, well, there's something not right here. But also when I was on an angle, so doing a drain or a ditch, it would get worse either side, and sometimes whichever was the one which was on the downside would stick. So I dropped it back into the dealer the other day, and they've had a look at it. I've got it back now, but it appears that it wasn't purged of the air properly, and they did top it up a little bit. But that's something that we all were learning, because the new Bobcat has the internal expansion tank. So you've got to get that right. So anyway, initially at the moment it seems to just getting it on and off the trailer and just around the driveway a lot quieter. Still, my old Bobcat with the external, which I have been using for the last 3 or 4 days, is smooth as silk, very quiet, very good. So what I'll do is I'll just do a bit of a rehash on that, and just show you the difference between the two. But those people that have got the Bobcats with the new internal expansion tanks, just I'd say be very particular with your dealers when you get them serviced, to make sure that they're completely purged of air within the tank itself. Anyway, I'll just stop this, get the seats open, and just show the differences between the two. So here we have the older Bobcat, little ZT 2000, and you can see there directly below us, or under the strut there, you can see the two expansion tanks, which allow obviously the transaxle fluid to go in there when it does get warm, and then obviously when it cools down they go back into the transaxle. This hopefully you can see that we've got 566 hours on this little baby. And then if we move over to the newer one, we can see the bracket is there for the expansion tanks, but they're not there. But you can see the two, one to fill up, and then that's your breather, and it's critical that that's set at the right level. And this little baby's got 161 hours on it now. Would have had about 7 or 8 more if I didn't have it in at the shop for 3 or 4 days, 5 days actually. But that's why I got the second one, and this one you know, is paid for itself already. So, you know, like I think I said before, if it's in the workshop for 4 or 5 days, well, there's $2,500, and you know, a quarter of that mower was paid for. So both mowers are going extremely well, so no dramas there at all. And 161 hours on the new one, as I said, I think it was 566 on the other one, so looking pretty good. And hopefully we'll get a bit of rain today and tomorrow. So just looking across the road, everyone, you can see that nature strip is browned off a lot from what we've had before. And then if we just look at my lawn, which I deliberately haven't mowed, I want it to be a bit longer and stay a bit greener longer, but it's starting to brown off as well. And just walk up the driveway. And remember this crepe myrtle that I did in the winter? It's coming back, which is good. There's the baby cats. And I've got to work out how I'm going to get through here. Then we'll just walk up the back. And this might look fairly, well, when I say stark, but this is just how it is. It's dried out very quickly. And if you look up there, underneath the conifer, it's gone brown pretty quick. So it's been dry for, we haven't had any substantial rain for 4 to 6 weeks. So very dry. And as I said at the start, a lot of people in the country, in the bush, don't water their grass. They do their permanent plantings and things like that. So as you saw there, things have browned off pretty quickly. So it's just a juggling act now with regard to some properties. Some are drier, some are wetter, depending on where they are. And but this last week in particular, today, which is actually yesterday, Wednesday, today, Thursday, and tomorrow, I've put people off or back a week. And that's okay, because it just gives me time to do a few things, not only around my own place, but a little bit of maintenance and stuff like that. So that still works out okay. And I'm also just getting some my accounts up to date. I send out accounts every day, at the end of every day, but just my books with regard to my expenses and that sort of thing. So I know exactly where I'm up to pretty much every day. So other than that, I do have some other videos sort of happening, but I haven't finished them off yet. I've got some hedging and that sort of thing, which I've still got to finish. You might have seen the hedges out the back, which is sort of only half done. I've just got to get around to doing the top on them. So short and sweet today. As I stated there before, both the bobcats are going really well. Very happy that it was just an air purge in the transaxle. Thank you again for watching. Thank you to all my subscribers out there. Really appreciate it. And thank you for watching, and I'll catch you next time.